Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the kitchen. Today, we're making a healthy-ish style cheesecake with a sweet potato crust. That's right, sweet potato. It's lighter, full of flavor, full of fiber, and it tastes way better than it sounds. For our filling, well, we're going high protein, high creamy, easy to blend. Overall, very delicious. So let's get started, shall we? For our crust, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use sweet potato, Mighty-licious all-purpose flour. Now, if you've never heard of Mighty-licious, they make some really great products. They're gluten-free, non-GMO, and they're also vegan-friendly. So, yeah. We also have a little bit of some cinnamon and some vanilla. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start by boiling off our potato in chunks, so that way we can make our dough. Just cut it in chunks. That's all we're doing. Boil these off until they're soft, and we'll go from there. Let's work on our filling while our sweet potato is boiling. We're gonna have 2 1/3 cup cottage cheese. This is gonna give you protein and a lighter texture. Once you blend it, you won't even know it's in there. 8 ounces of cream cheese, because this is what gives you that classic cheesecake richness. We're also gonna add berries, some raspberries and blueberries, where traditionally you would add lemon zest to give it that little bit of tart flavor to it. This is gonna help and also sweeten it up as well. Speaking of sweetness, we're also going to do about 1/3 cup of monk fruit sweetener. Now you can add whatever you like. If you wanna use real sugar, that's fine, but whatever fits your diet. We're also gonna crack a couple eggs as well, so that way it'll help set it up when it's in the oven. For an added flavor, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of our Mighty-licious flour to help thicken it up, along with about 1 tablespoon of syrup and vanilla extract, and of course, just like a little 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon for an extra flavor. So all you're gonna do, blend all this up until it's completely smooth, no chunks, no texture, and that's how we get our ultra creamy cheesecake feel without all the heavy cream or the tons of sugar. Now, depending on what kind of berries you use, it would be a good idea to strain this out so you don't get all of those seeds from the raspberries in your cheesecake. All right, this is what we're left with. Our sweet potato is cooked. We're gonna let this cool off, let this sit in the fridge for a little bit, and clean up where we're at before we proceed with our pie crust. We took the skin off and mashed up our sweet potato. We're gonna add about 1 cup of our Mighty-licious all-purpose flour, and we're gonna mix this up until it starts to form a dough. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we're gonna add just 1 tablespoon or so of some more syrup to get that extra little flavor out of it, and continue making our dough. And what we'll do is we'll take this out and start to knead this and kind of roll it out. Okay, at this point, we rolled it out. We put this in a springform pan, kind of built up the sides just a little bit. And for some reason, I just left it on some parchment paper. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to work with when we're trying to take it out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bake this off at 350 for about 10 minutes. So that way, when we put the filling in there, it doesn't just bleed into the filling and all the flavors are one. So we'll do that and proceed. Now our crust is baked off a little bit. We wrap this up with foil because when we bake off our cheesecake, we're gonna put a water bath in there. So all we're gonna do now is slowly pour our filling in. We're just going to drop this a couple times, try to get any excess air bubbles out. And we're gonna go into the oven for about 45 to 55 minutes. And because I said we were doing a water bath, all we're gonna do is pour some water into our baking dish, into our sheet pan. All right, now we've got that good little jiggle that we're looking for. We're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator 4 hours to up to overnight, depending on how much time you got, but it's looking good. So I just kind of want to point out the beautiful color that we have here. It looks real creamy. That crust is orange from our sweet potato, and ready to try this. Of course, I probably could have used better knife to cut this, but I kind of like the way that this came out. So now, again, time to try this. That flavor is out of this world. The berries just pop. You get that tartness, it's not overly sweet. It's light, it's airy, oh so creamy. Overall, I would call this a success. The crust itself, you get a little bit of that sweet potato flavor. Not quite your traditional crust, but I do like it a lot. I could probably go back to the drawing board just a little bit because it's just a little too chewy for me, but like I said, overall, a success. This is something cool. Either way, hope you learned something today. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool videos like this. Try this at home. Tell me what you think. Would you do something different? Either way, I would like to hear from you. So yeah, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.